Hello. Welcome on back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. In honor of the Sephora Savings event, I have our good friend Acacia back with us, and I'm going to create this full glam sultry look using all of my favorites that you can find in Sephora or on Sephora.com. So a huge thank you to Sephora for sponsoring this video. And without further ado, if you want to create this look right here, then keep on watching. So to begin, I'm using the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream to prep Acacia's skin with. This one adds the perfect amount of hydration without ever feeling heavy, creating a smooth canvas and giving the foundation something to glide over so everything looks fresh and luminous. Next, I like to use a lightweight eye cream to soften and hydrate the under eyes. This step makes a big difference in how your concealer applies later on, and in my opinion, the Belief Aqua Bomb Gel is the best. It's my favorite because it absorbs quickly and keeps this area looking bright and supple. To neutralize any darkness, I'm applying a touch of the HUDA Beauty color correctors. I'm actually using a mixture of 2 different shades. This helps cancel out discoloration, so I don't need as much concealer afterward. I like to keep this step really thin and blend it out softly so it doesn't interfere with the base. For foundation, I'm using the Armani Luminous Silk. This is one of those formulas that it just perfects the skin without ever looking heavy. I absolutely love this formula. I'm applying it with the Sephora, I believe it's the number 47 brush, which is one of my all-time favorites, starting at the center of the face and blending outward to keep the coverage natural. To bring warmth and dimension back to the skin, I'm using the Too Faced Cream Bronzer Sticks. I love applying these on with a foundation brush at first to place the product precisely where I want it, which in this case is underneath the cheekbones and jawline and around the forehead and all that. And then I blend it out with a makeup sponge for a soft, diffused finish. This keeps everything sculpted, but also seamless. Now for concealer, I'm using the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer. I like to apply this one eye at a time so I can blend it while it's still fresh. I use a small brush to place the product and then a sponge to press it into the skin. I also use a touch of this to highlight through the center of the forehead and the chin, anywhere you want a little brightness. Now, real quick, I'm going to take the cream side of this Patrick Ta Blush Duo in the shade She's Vibrant and pop this right onto the apples of the cheeks. I like to apply this while the concealer is still kind of tacky and before we set it with powder. And using a cream underneath the powder blush later on always gives it that healthy lit from within finish. To set and brighten, I'm using the HUDA Beauty Easy Bake Powders. I'm using 2 different shades to get a really custom color for Acacia, and I'm pressing this in with a Sephora Triangle Puff. I use a little bit at first to set the concealer, and then a bit more to use more of a baking technique. This step locks in the concealer and prevents creasing while giving it still a soft, blurred under eye. And then I'll move on with the same steps to the other eye as well. But while I'm working on that, let's break down the details of the Sephora Savings event. For those of you who don't know yet about the tiers and all that. So the event is currently happening. It began on October 31st and it ends on November 10th. Rouge members have access right now with 20% off. VIB members have access starting on the 4th with 15% off, and insiders will have access beginning on the 4th with 10% off. And of course, the last day to shop the event for all tiers is November 10th. You can shop as many times as you like within those dates. You can shop online with their multi-use code EVERYTHING. I'll put it on the screen here, and I do want to say the Sephora collection itself is 30% off. So if you aren't already, I highly encourage you sign up to become a Sephora Beauty Insider. I'll put the link down below if you need it. And of course, as always, I'll put the links down below for all the products I'm using today, since everything I'm using to create this look can be found in Sephora or in Sephora.com. So Yeah, now that we have this under eye set and all done and looking gorgeous, let's move on to using the new one size boucle silk powder and use this to set the rest of the face. This is a new product from them that I've been really loving. I use this by lightly sweeping this across the T-zone and around different areas of the skin to bring everything together while still keeping the skin's natural glow. Next up, I'm adding a touch of warmth with the Fenty Sunstalker Bronzer. This adds depth to the complexion and ties the contour and foundation together for a more cohesive finish. You know what I mean? By the way, the shades of everything I'm using today will also be listed down below as well. So if you want to refer to the product breakdown below for the shades I'm using of each product, like the powders and bronzers and all that, be sure to check it out down below. Okay, for brows, I'm using the Anastasia brow pen to add soft hair-like strokes, keeping the brows quite natural and fluffy. The goal is to enhance what's already there, since the focus of this look is more on the eyes today, and truly, Acacia already has perfect brows. So all I do is finish with a light layer of Benefit Clear Brow Gel to hold everything in place without making them look or feel stiff. To begin on the eye makeup, I'm taking this Huda Beauty Cream Kohl Black Eyeliner through the upper lash line and the waterline. It doesn't need to be perfect at this point. I just want to fill in any gaps along the lashes for a full smoky base. Then what I'll do with a small blending brush is I'll start diffusing that liner upward and outward to soften the edges. I do this slowly and in layers so it fades naturally, almost like smoke. And should you want to further intensify it, you can totally do so. You do a little step and repeat by adding a little more liner and then smudging it out, adding more liner, smudging it out. Next, I am picking up this black eyeshadow from the Patrick Ta Artist Essentials palette, and I'm pressing this directly over the liner to set it into place and to intensify the darkness. Also kind of smoking this up and out as well. Next up in the palette is this dark brown shadow. I like to use a deep brown shade for a step like this to create that transition, transition the color upward and outward to make everything look more diffused. Now for the lower lash line, what we're gonna do here is just take that same black eyeshadow and lightly smoke it out for balance. Throughout this process, I go back and forth between the liner and shadow to build intensity and to get that perfect gradient blend. For one of my favorite steps ever, I'm pressing on this Duo Shimmer from Patrick Ta Beauty. This gives the eyes that beautiful, wet, dimensional sparkle. It's truly one of my favorite products and ways to add light to the eyes while keeping the smokiness intact. Isn't that stunning? I mean, Acacia is stunning, but this product is really beautiful as well. Okay, next I'm applying on mascara. I'm using the Benefit Bad Gal Bang to the top and bottom lashes. This is the regular formula I'm using today. I personally use the waterproof version on myself because that's what I like, but they're both amazing and they give that great lift and separation. And then for extra drama, I'll be using a light flexible strip lash from Velour Lashes. I think they have some of the best lashes on the market, and the ones I'm using really enhance the look without overpowering it. So once the eyes are complete, I head back to the complexion using a mixture of these Patrick Ta Blush Duos, and I layer them a bit to, intensify and add color to the complexion, and also to softly sweep away any remaining baking powder. For lips, I start with the Makeup Forever Limitless Brown Lip Liner to shape and define the edges, creating that soft ombre effect. This is one of my must-have pencils in my makeup kit for a beautiful, rich lip line. Then, what I do is I apply this Sephora liquid lipstick right in the center of the lips and blend it into the liner for a seamless gradient. This kind of matches her natural lip color perfectly, doesn't it? So the eyes really get to be the star of the show, and we don't have to worry about the lips overpowering it. But lastly, what I want to do for the lips is layer the Fenty Gloss Bomb on top to give that juicy high shine finish. It's really the perfect pairing for a neutral glam like this. To lock everything in, I finished with the One Size Until Dawn setting spray to set this look into place, making this the final step and how we created this gorgeous glam on our naturally gorgeous model.
Have it, kids. I hope you all enjoyed today's tutorial. If you did, be sure to give this video a big ol' thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. You can check out more of my work on my Instagram at Painted by Spencer. And until next time, I'll see you soon.